Hey guys, little graphing help tonight. I'm just going to get you guys set up with your sine curve, and then I'll do one more just so that you understand what's expected of you tonight. So, sine of x. And remember from in class, we set up that table, and you could just make a little note of it to yourself if you needed to, but just look at the unit circle. On the unit circle, and I'll just draw a mini one here, my points are 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 1. Right? And if this is 0 and this is pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, we can look at our sine values and just plot them. So let me use a bigger point here. Sine of x. Well, at 0, which is here, my y-coordinate is 0. So sine of 0 is 0. Sine of pi over 2, traveling along here, is going to be 1. Again, it's my y-coordinate, so sine of pi over 2 is 1. Sine of pi is 0. Sine of 3 pi over 2 is negative 1. And sine of 2 pi, we're right back to 0. So that's one cycle. And notice that that's one full period, 2 pi, also one full cycle around the unit circle, right? And for the negative values, you could look at your unit circle, or you could just realize that this is a sine curve. So it's going to have to go negative, 0, positive, negative if we want to make this look like a sine curve, right? So we can fill that in. Do your best to have it look like an actual sine curve. Remember, we want it to curve. We don't want straight lines. All right. So that's our sine of x function. I can highlight that so that we have that one done. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I said not to do the third one, not to do the fifth one. Well, let's do negative 5 sine of x, and I'll do that one in blue. So remember, we're going to take each point and we're going to look at where it is. This is at 0. We're going to multiply that point by negative 5. 0 times negative 5 is still just 0. So these aren't going to move, these zeros. Not going anywhere. The other points, though, like this one is at 1 right now. 1 times negative 5, now we're down here at that point. This negative 1 is going to become a positive 5, so we're way up there. Zeros don't change. And now we can fill it in. And let me zoom through this. And that's it. That's your negative 5 sine of x function. All right, you just have to put one more on here. Make sure that you do plot your 3 sine of x function on here. Now, that's the reason that I've given you the first one to do in each of these. I always recommend that if you're going to plot a weird one, something with an odd amplitude or period or something like that, plot your basic cosine function or your basic sine function first, and then adjust it. So with number 2, make sure you plot this one first, and then when you do 2 and 3, make sure that you just adjust those points. Remember, all that's going to change is the amplitude. We're not messing with the midline or the period or the phase shift. It's only amplitude for this assignment, all right? So that should help you with the front of the homework. Good luck, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.